Hi everyone, it's Marsha from Close to Home in Glastonbury bringing you February's block. I hope you enjoyed January, and to show you I've added a border to the block. If you're interested when you come in to pick up your block, we can give you a sheet. It's actually just 3-inch finished half square triangles. And putting them in a certain direction gives you this effect. The next block would be, you would leave this one here, put your next block, and then do the other 3 sides. So it continually makes the same pattern all the way through it. So again, when you come to pick up your block, if you're interested in that finishing, let us know and we'll give you a copy. And here it is, February's block. It's a little interesting shape, and I like it a lot with the colors on the outside, but it will depend on what colors you have chosen, your complementary colors and your background. The purple is my choice 1 and the greens are my choice 2. So that in itself makes up my block, and I want to talk a little bit about the block. These here, these 4 pieces, I've even put some sizes on your paper that you will get, and these are this block pre-cut. You're going to make 2, so 2 that look like this, where you put the 2 right sides together, draw a line down the middle, and you put a seam on each side. You then open them up and iron to the dark side, and it'll look like this. Then you cut point to point in the opposite direction. You now have 2 halves. So you have the block that you sewed on each side of the middle, and then you're going to iron them to the dark side. And so this is, the gray is my background and the blue is our main fabric. I'm going to put it this way, Mark. Okay. So then you have to cut it from point to point. So when you open and iron them, put the light on top and cut it point to point. On the other half, do the opposite. And by doing that, you will be able to match up like an hourglass, double hourglass look. If you didn't, this would all be blue on one side, all gray. So that's why you just cut them different so they'll fit together. So this is from one block and this is from another block. You'll make 4. Okay. The next thing is cutting this piece right here that attaches to the left side of your block. There's directions on your sheet, and I'm just going to show you in case anyone's never cut on a degree. We're going to take the background fabric that is 2 5/8 by 5, and on your mat you find your 45-degree angle. You're going to place the edge of your block on that line where it comes to a point, and then you cut from the point on the 45-degree angle, and the piece will look like this. I also gave you some dimensions depending on how you cut or what mat ruler you're using to get an idea where you should be for the size. So this piece here will go and be sewn to the 4 blocks you just made on the left. The last part I wanted to talk about is the center square. The center square is doing a partial seam. If you've never done a partial seam, it's not as hard as it looks. It takes a little bit of patience. But as you're looking at this block, is say your first block that you're laying down, you then sew your square to that and only go halfway. Try not to go all the way. Halfway is the best. You then iron it down or finger press it down, and then you can sew this entire block because you have this extra here. You then put this block with all of it and this one here, and then stop about halfway just to get your configuration that you're going to fold it up, find the half point. Once you know about where you're going, then finish sewing this to the end, but you have to pull this half of the block out so your seam allowance out so that you can attach it to here and then be able to sew all the way across. So you must take this corner of your square out so that you can make this piece connect all the way to your center square. When you get your kit, and on the back page it gives you the points where you should be sewing the center square so that it all comes out seamlessly. I hope you all enjoy it, and the next block will be March 26th. Remember to come in and pick up your February block. You must bring in your January block to get it for free. They will be available tomorrow starting at opening.